Okay, we are live at Suzilla.
Yay! Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Suzie. It's Thursday. It's the 10th of November.
It is the 10th of November.
I'm
It's
sorry.
Oven Day.
So hopefully we're supposed to get our new oven delivered today. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just I'm sorry if I'm not 100% clear on what day it is. It's been a big blur.
Yeah, we're knee deep into enrollment season.
Yep.
We actually gained more appointments yesterday.
Yes.
Despite helping 20 families.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we worked really hard yesterday. Did a really good job. Took care of a lot of people, and are still filling up appointments.
And more came in.
Yeah, and so it's really kind of awesome.
And this is why we're going to be talking about misfits, because there was a wonderful couple that I was able to talk to yesterday, and I had to explain it like this. It's like the exchanges, or in our case, the Healthplanfinder, is a system that's set up for the leftovers. It's the official island of the misfit toys. It's for when if you're not offered insurance through an employer. It's for if you don't have Medicare or access to Medicare. If you don't have access to TRICARE. Mm-hmm. It really is the island of misfit toys.
Well, the thing is, it's not. It is, but it isn't. Because it's kind of almost become it's almost a standard it's a standard backup.
Here's the secret.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of misfits out there.
I guess you could say that.
That could be everyone who runs a small business is a misfit. Part-timers who are not offered jobs, full-time jobs, misfits. There are more misfits than regular people.
Maybe the misfits are regular then.
It's quite possible.
Yes.
But that is kind of where I've kind of like looked at it. It's like, okay, let's look at this. We have really built our first business together around being a misfit, a plan B.
Yeah, we've always been a plan B family.
And that is kind of important on, how many, people are satisfied with going in and, getting a cookie cutter meal, the same meal from, that same expected meal at a Denny's or a McDonald's or a Burger King, because those are cookie cutter outfits.
Yes, they are. They strive for that. They strive for that continuity because people want them to be familiar. People want that. Or they want people to want that.
See, that's the question.
Now, here's an interesting question. I'm the kind of person that will order the same meal again and again and again and again.
Yeah, but how long can you order that same meal again and again and again?
I don't know. Went a really long time ordering just a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yes.
I've never had a fillet of fish.
Yes. And I have seen you say no more tacos.
Once.
That is a good example of our son and I being able to run the taco line until no more tacos.
And we had tacos for dinner last night.
Yes.
They were delicious.
But that's kind of an important way to look at it, because America really is about misfits.
Well, I mean, we've always been. America was founded on the outliers. Mm-hmm. It's been conquered by outliers. It has thrived on the outlier. Mm-hmm. The best businesses have been some of the most effective businesses have been created by outliers, people who are just don't really fit the cookie cutter mold.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And they build a product that takes care of a lot of misfits.
Well, Thomas Edison and his team, for example, the light bulb.
I'm not. Edison was kind of a capitalistic cat.
His team, however,
yeah,
they're the ones that did the work.
Yes, and they're largely unsung.
They are
But he
unsung
did-
misfits.
You know, Tesla was part of that team at one point.
Yes, and unfortunately, he did not thrive in the grand scheme of things, but he's certainly, after his tenure, he's certainly become appreciated a lot more.
Yeah, it wasn't until the history started writing about it that people were aware of it. It's like, oh yeah, this guy did something a whole lot more important than Edison, you know, with just the AC
Yes.
side of things, which is what, you know, runs our household electrical.
Right. I mean, it's a more modern equivalent is the VCR Betamax. The Betamax is a better product, but the VCR won.
That's true, because the Beta was being used in the small television stations for years after that war, because it was a superior product.
Yep, absolutely.
But Beta, the reason why it collapsed was because it only allowed certain groups to manufacture tapes.
Oh, there you go.
So it fell into the, hey, we're going to service this one niche and capitalize our profits in one area.
And
and cookie cutter it.
And VCR went to the other niches.
It's like, okay, yeah, let's
just put it bluntly. VCR is, exploded because of porn. No, that's a known fact.
That's one of them.
Because they weren't restricted to, because Beta wouldn't let them use their products, I guess, to
yeah, because they had to go through certain channels to produce movies on
right, and the other side didn't do that, and suddenly you could watch skin flicks a lot more easily in your house.
Well, that continued on with digital formats.
True.
And we really saw that with the grade novels.
Oh, the 50 Shades of...
50 Shades of Grey. And those, the reason why they sold and the popularity they were was because how many e-readers were out there.
Oh, yeah.
And no one could tell that you were reading the darn things.
That was true. Although there are a ton of hard copies out there. There was an actual shop in... I want to say in Great Britain, that had so many of those books donated, they stopped taking them.
Yeah.
I mean, they built they had an entire room of them. Because people don't want them hanging around on their bookshelves. You read that?
Actually, I haven't read that.
No, I haven't either. I'm okay with that. I want to say that was launched based on fan fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah, so it's...
Go figure. Again, innovations.
Innovations coming, from working with the misfits.
There you go.
And that's really important. And here's the thing. You want that misfits group around you.
Because they're creative as a general rule.
Well, it's creative. If you think about it, our some of our favorite movies in history, famously we go to Stripes and Bill Murray talking about we're all mutts. I grew up with the Dirty Dozen. Another misfits led by Lee Marvin. You can't fit into those.
It falls into the underdog category.
It does fall into the underdog.
And people love an underdog.
Yeah,
they don't necessarily love being an underdog, but they love rooting for the underdog.
They love rooting for the underdog when the underdog wins.
Yes. Well, okay. But Rocky didn't.
Ooh, you're hitting some buttons this morning. Rocky.
Yep. Rocky in the original Rocky, he did not win the fight. He won the girl.
Yeah,
he won the love of the fans, but he didn't win the fight.
It depends on what fight was important.
I guess that's true.
Because when it boils down to it, you're going to be remembered for your things, or you're going to remember by your people,
for your actions, your people. Well, yeah, there you go. So I mean, and if you look at it less of a is less of a boxing story and more of a love story, which in a great many ways it really was.
Yeah.
He won because he won the girl.
No. And yeah, there was there's points where you go back and forth with the whole Rocky saga. It was Rocky IV was very famously, won against Dragoff.
That's right. Well, and that's because at that point it had become iconic and he couldn't very well lose. He wasn't an underdog anymore.
No, he was and he wasn't.
Okay.
Because Dragoff was supposed to be the superior.
Yeah.
Well, I will destroy you.
Yes, I'm the magic Russian machine.
Mm-hmm. So, but that was another cookie cutter element.
Right. He was a cookie cutter, whereas Rocky was not.
Uh-huh.
The cookie cutter can succeed, but it has no. Okay. Another good example.
Uh-huh.
The meal boxes we were ordering.
Oh God.
Okay, so we were ordering these. One of the meal boxes you can have shipped in and then create the food, right? And the food, I thought it was tasty. It was fine. Our son said it had no soul. And I could have created the exact same meal from grocery store food, and it would have had soul.
Yeah, it's one of those things that
I don't know.
I don't know. It's one of those things where our son has got more wisdom than we do.
I guess he does. So yes, the cookie cutters have no soul. Well, this is the year of killing. This 2023 will be the end of cookie cutters. Didn't we declare it was the cookie cutter killer year?
No, we have not declared that. We have not.